One of their hiding point in their research, they say, why do we say that human beings came from apes? They go to a chimpanzee human similarity. And then in a chimpanzee human similarity, they say that when you look at a chimpanzee and a man and a human being, they have 99% similarity. You get the point? They are similar 99%. Their genes are 99% similar. However, there are three objections that we must always bring forward to attack this. First, the human soul is not stored in the DNA. You want the human soul, you don't find it in the DNA. Because for them they say, we tested the DNA of a chimpanzee and the DNA of a human being, we found that it was 99% similar. That they tested. When they were testing, in most cases, what they do, they can even deny people from accessing their labs where they were doing their tests from. They will only bring the information. After all, it is evil-minded people who are testing the DNA. Because what they are trying to do is to promote their evil agenda that human beings came from apes or from chimpanzees. So it's the evil man testing the DNA. He is the one to make conclusion. At the end of it all, he's also the one to read the results. But the idea is very clear, promoting the agenda. But now in this case, for us in faith, for us as creationists who believe in God to have created everything, including human beings, we know that even if these scientists were correct, that chimpanzees have a relationship with humans, 99%, even if it was true, for us we know that it is a God who created all of us. So having similar features doesn't mean that we come from the same, one came from the other. If you look at a lizard and a crocodile, are they not similar? Somewhere similar. When you look at a rat and maybe a squirrel or whatever, somewhere they look alike somewhere. But there are very many animals which look alike. But this doesn't mean that one of them changed from the other one. But this means that the designer is one and is God. The designer is one. But also having similar features somewhere doesn't prove that the one originated from the other. That's not. God created everything the way He wanted. And you realize that if you give chimpanzees a time to produce, they will continue producing chimpanzees. They will never produce gorillas. Never. Have you ever seen a chimpanzee producing a gorilla? Not possible. Just like when you give a sheep to mate with a goat, will they produce? No. It will not happen. This proves that God is a unique designer. He makes whatever He wants the way He wants them to be, and nothing should cross to the other. This is what is very important that we must know. We must also know that, secondly, similarity in the DNA or in the outer appearance of two different kinds of organisms does not prove common descent. It can equally be explained by a number of functional and constructional needs. Look at a lizard. And maybe this is a mortal lizard. Again. Yes, if you look at them, these ones are almost similar. They even lay their eggs in the same way, they do what? But lizards will remain lizards. They will remain in the walls, and a mortal lizard will remain a mortal lizard. Even if a mortal lizard is young, it will still be a mortal lizard, but a younger mortal lizard. It will grow into a bigger one. Just like human beings, when we are born without teeth. As we grow, we get teeth. As we grow, we get what? Breasts. We get beards. We get what? And everywhere. things can happen. But this doesn't mean that a younger baby will cross to become a monkey. No. That's why you realize that human beings will continue producing and animals also will continue producing. And if we want to challenge the idea of Charles Darwin without even going to science now, you ask yourself, if the idea of Charles Darwin was true, that human beings came through a process of evolution, then it would mean that it would be only gorillas or apes to produce. Human beings were only meant to change from the other ones. Not so. It would mean that the world would be full of gorillas which are changing to human beings. But now if you find gorillas are producing and humans are producing, we must be able to pose a first question and say, now why are these ones producing and the other ones also are producing? And the other question that nobody wants to ask Charles Darwin is that who created the first ape? They will just want to say that that ape just existed, that it existed. For us in faith, we know that if something existed, then there must be something or someone that existed before that thing. And for us, we know that if God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, which means even all things have come through Him. It's very simple to understand this. And I truly request you that you must not let your faith be diluted by lies of evil-minded scientists. Let your faith remain in your God who created you out of love and in His own image. That in whatever you do, you must give glory to Him. We must not give academics to make us proud and so reject God. If a man is able to collect bones, he was not even there when his animals were dying. Charles Darwin only uses archaeologists' discoveries, collects the skulls, and arranges the skulls, and he says, I have discovered. But when these animals existed, Charles Darwin never existed. Not so. If it's also true that Charles Darwin was speaking the truth in his discovery, were there machines by then that could test this? Just like now, for us who can get crazy, you get a skull of a dog, a dead dog, you get a skull of maybe a goat, you get a skull of maybe a monkey. When there are skulls you can't identify easily. Yes. For instance, if you get a skull of a monkey, a skull of a gorilla, a skull of a baboon, a skull of a chimpanzee, and we put them together, it's not easy to identify. But imagine this is where Charles Darwin based his argument on the skulls. And then he was able to go and convince a team of professors. And they also, because of their limited reasoning, they also felt that this is true. And they took it up to today.